Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 442 podcast. I'm Azar Mathani, and as always, I'm joined by the wonderful Tommy Sondy.
That's me.
But there's no Tony O this week, Tommy. There's no Tony.
Suspicious, eh?
Arsenal dropped points to Chelsea, and the man runs away.
Yeah.
5-point lead atop of the Premier League table, and he's run away.
Heard a lot of talk from Arsenal fans this weekend about how they're going to trash us 5-0. Got no chance. And they're all quiet. And they're not even, one of them's not even showing up to a regular scheduled pod.
It's ridiculous behavior. We will be taking this up with Tony next week about him ducking Big this time. Result.
Yeah. Ducking. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. The ducking Tony O.
Yeah.
Let's get right into it. Chelsea won. Arsenal won. Chelsea get a point. Put in a great performance. Down to 10 men for a long time in this game. I think 60-odd minutes down to 10. After Moises Caicedo does the thing that he sometimes does. Where he just loses his head and tries to kill someone.
I don't know, man. Chelsea from the first minute just kind of looked very anxious out there. Just they were up for it for sure. Like we were definitely, we had a few nice kind of half chances here and there. Estevao had a few to go. He looked anxious, just kind of rushing through. He had one that he just skyded over the bar with his left foot, right foot. I can't remember now. João Pedro, I wanted to just shake this guy. Like, come on, what are you doing out there, man? Pass the ball, get your head up, pick the right play. And defense was a little bit kind of building from the back, was a little bit shaky, but I felt like we were the better team. I felt like we were the better team with 11 men. We were just looking really solid.
I felt like you were the better team even when you went down to 10.
I guess
you guys were. I was very, very impressed with how Chelsea played this one. Tommy,
yes,
are they in the title race? Are we willing?
I was willing to say it if we had won. If we had won, I would have been willing to say it. But I can't bring myself to say it. Considering we're also behind City now by 1 point, so we're in third place. So we're definitely dropping. The challenge from Caicedo, man. You know what? If it wasn't for VAR, the way he acted after about being hurt, he probably would have got away with just yellow because the ref gave him a yellow. The ref, right? Gave him a yellow and had to go back and overturn it. But that challenge.
The moment we saw the replays, you messaged in the chat being like, I think that's a red.
Yeah, for sure.
You just kind of knew the moment, because it was high, it was late, and
his reaction after.
Oh my god! Who, me?
I'm getting the red.
Who else?
What the fuck?
Who else?
It's you gotta know, right?
The audacity to try to who me that one.
I know that was funny. That was funny indeed.
Yeah.
The rest of the first half, I don't really remember anything of note in that first half happening. And the second half was, set piece, right? Beautiful.
It was a really nice header from Chalobah as well. Little flick at the near post into the far corner. A fantastic header. Running around, I will say. If you built like a string bean, like Chalobah kind of is, and you run around and try to flex after doing that, it doesn't look that good. If someone if Gabriel
Reece James does
that, you're like, all right, he's built like a tank. You're like, I lift weights. I can tell you lift weights. He flexing on the Chalobah doing it, looking like. I'm sure he is actually quite strong because he is a professional footballer. And,
right.
Would outlift any of us. But when you're sharing the pitch with the rest of the players and you look like that, it's incredibly funny. And he really committed to the little flexing, look at me kind of. He did it for a while.
He was pissed because who was it? Is it Hincapié that got him with the elbow? That was in the first half as well, and he had a nice little.
He got caught well.
I
think the yellow is fine for that because it looked
yellow for sure.
I'd be pissed off if I was him. We've all been caught by a stray elbow, and it pisses you off.
100%. Like actually, Hincapié kind of had an off game because he gave away. He had that slip or something in the first half for João Pedro to like just go and score, and that's when I was like fucking screaming at João Pedro, man, would pass the ball, man. What are you doing? And then he passes it freaking to no one. Yes, and then Hincapié had another moment where he had a good tackle on Neto in the second half and just goes screams in his face like yeah, like that. And they kind of got out to each other. I was like, okay, I like the little heat we have going on here, a little spice to this game, which is
there was
nice.
a lot of spice throughout the game.
There were a lot of yellows, right? A lot of yellows in this one.
Well, I mean, the reason Hincapié was starting is because Saliba got ruled out with the knock the day before. I didn't know he was ruled out, so when the team sheets came out, I was surprised. And Chelsea did a good job of taking advantage of a much less experienced centre back pairing because it was Hincapié and Mosquera, right?
Yeah, honestly, when you look at that, you gotta be like, damn, what a missed opportunity from Chelsea. When you see those injuries and you're like, okay, this is a chance for us to get 3 points. And if we had 11, I think probably we can both agree that we may have probably nicked this game pretty well because we were the better team with 11 and with 10. And it's honestly just a big missed opportunity for us there, just with that. Given the lineup, yeah.
On the flip side, Robert Sanchez did have to make a couple of very good saves in this. There were a couple of shots that came through crowds that he got down too late. Like we've given Sanchez a lot of shit.
Yes,
on this
I have
pod.
too. Yeah,
he had a monster game.
Strong hands.
Strong hands. Nothing he could do about the Arsenal equalizer. It's the one time Saka managed to actually get away from Cucurella and create something. Yeah, really nice cross. Some dog shit marking in the middle.
Yeah, and that happened a few times this game. There's a couple other times where there's one cross late in, I think, who takes the header and Gyökeres was coming in unmarked as well. If someone took it off his head, I forget now. But they had a couple of those.
It was great defensive work from Jurriën Timber.
It was Timber. Yeah. They had a couple balls in the box where just like, where's our marking? You know, it's just like, where would it be well? But honestly, for me though, Reece James, phenomenal performance in that midfield.
Ridiculous performance, man. Like, everyone going into this was talking, rightly so, about the Rice versus Caicedo midfield battle. Yes. And Reece James was just like, well, fuck you, midfield.
I know, right?
I'm the midfield now.
Yeah, exactly.
Ridiculous, man.
He was everywhere. He was like, I just love how, like, you know, there was one play where I think Calafiori was had the ball. It was the first half. Reece James kind of goes around and gives him a little shoulder, gets the ball off him, and then gives him a nice little feint, gets by him, and gets fouled after. It's just like, man, this guy in midfield, like, amazing. When he's fit, this is what we see. This is the Reece James we get when he's fit. And it hasn't happened quite often, but when it does, it is great.
He's knock on wood. He's had a good decent run of fitness so far this season. After like last season was a complete write-off, basically.
Yeah.
But Chelsea are so much better when he plays.
Yeah, I mean Enzo's definitely been watching his minutes. Like he played 45 minutes last week. There's games where he's dropped and doesn't play completely. So he's like obviously not playing every week, and that's helping. And if that's something that they've probably come up with a plan, like, hey, this is how many minutes you're going to be getting just to manage that. It's working so far, which is great.
Yeah.
And you know what? I got to say, it was a nice of Arteta to also bring Arsenal down 10 men, because when Madueke came on, I don't remember Madueke doing a single thing on the pitch when he came on. So it was pretty much 10 versus 10 for the last little bit there. And then Gyökeres came on a bit. He was, again, not much. He had one where he kind of ran in on Sanchez when Sanchez had the ball loose. For me, that's fair.
I don't think he got that much service when he came on.
Yeah.
So hard for him to do anything.
Yeah, people calling like they're pissed. Oh, look at him go in on such like that. I'm just like, the ball's there to be won. You kind of have to go for it, right?
You go in, if you get there first, then you score. That's basically it, right? Yeah. He got his yellow for it. That's fine. But, you know, they can't really complain about a striker going for the ball.
No.
Enzo Maresca, I thought, he's had a wonderful week of management, hasn't he? Like,
I mean,
between this and the Barcelona game in midweek,
we crushed Barcelona in the week. Like, we had 3 offside goals. We won 3-0. They offered nothing. They were really poor.
they were down to 10 as well, right?
And 10 men for some stupid
Araujo got himself sent off.
Yeah. So, Champions League, like, we're in a nice little spot right now. It just kind of feels like a little bit of a missed opportunity, this one.
Could have closed the gap to what, 3 points?
It would have been 3 points. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So that's you know what? We played pretty well against the best team in the league, and you got to take that, right? It's just right now for Chelsea. It's like, okay, guys, be consistent. Don't go fucking lose to Burnley. Well, I know you just played Burnley, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, do this every week. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
that's what we need.
It's a busy schedule coming up, because I think between now and January 15th, we're going to have 9 rounds of Premier League games.
Lot? I mean, that's kind of fun. I'll be honest.
I think we have an entire we got games tomorrow. I
mean, we still got Champions League to finish a couple more rounds, right? I'm assuming in December. Yeah. So wait.
That goes into January.
Wait, we got games tomorrow?
Yeah,
like league games.
Yeah.
So
this entire Premier League week.
Oh man, fuck! I got my fantasy. Even though my fantasy's been
mine's a fucking disaster.
Like, every week, 20 points every week. Now it's average for me.
Hey, you know what? Let's talk fantasy briefly, and I'll use this to move into the City game.
Okay.
Did you triple captain or like?
No, I listen. There was a lot of talk online. Hey, it's Leeds City at home. It's time to triple captain Haaland, and I'm like, I'm not falling for this shit. I'm not doing that. So I didn't even.
I fell for that shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking. It's like, you know what though? I feel like this happens every year when I triple captain someone. They never go off.
Never go well. Yeah, I've not had one go well for a while. And this was a trap written all over it, and I was not falling for that.
Fucking ridiculous.
But you were not alone. There's other people who did it. Yeah.
No, was it a trap? City scored 3 goals, and you're telling me Erling Haaland didn't score one of them?
Not even just one goal to make it somewhat salvageable. Yeah.
Right. We'll skip ahead to this game. Man City 3, Leeds 2.
Yeah.
Phil Foden scoring in the first and the 91st win to win this one. Leeds fought back from 2-0 down to tie this one up at 2-2 in the second half.
Yeah.
Erling Haaland was fucking anonymous, man. He got marked out of the game by Pascal Struijk and Joe Rodon.
Yeah.
How are these the defenders that get the job done against him?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he didn't like the rest midweek. I guess who did they play? Leverkusen was it midweek they played? I think.
Yeah, they played Leverkusen and lost in the Champions League. Pep doing Pep things and changing the entire team for that one.
Yeah, strange one for sure. But yeah, like you said, hey, we asked the question with, hey, if Haaland doesn't score, who's stepping up? It looks like Foden is the one stepping up now to get some goals. Yeah. So
really nice finishes
and
too.
Nice
very reminiscent of his player of the year winning season type goals.
Right. They need him. They need him to start being that player again. And because right now they're in second place and they look like the most likely team out there still to challenge Arsenal. And if Foden finds his form, Haaland's always going to be scoring goals. It's an off night, right? But he's always going to be scoring goals. And you get Foden scoring.
I am still not satisfied with this fucking man. He is on 99 Premier League goals. He's playing Leeds. He was born in Leeds. It would be fucking perfect for him if he scored his 100th goal against Leeds. His dad is in the stands. Alfie Holland, former City and Leeds player, is in the fucking stands.
He feels pressure. This guy feels pressure. We know it now. All right? Well, he was definitely feeling it.
The interesting thing was Pep and Holland got into it a little bit.
I saw that. I saw that. Interesting. Yeah, that was very interesting. I mean, it was. They're smiling after, but they get a little bit heated.
It was just a little bit. Like, I wonder if I wonder who started. Was Pep not happy with how Holland was playing in this one, or was Holland just like, hey, can I get some fucking service? Because I don't think he had a chance to really put away in this one.
He had maybe one chance I remember, like a back post one that the keeper maybe spilled or the defender miscued a clearance and Haaland was like right there, but didn't expect it to happen, and then it went out of bounds. There's like maybe one little like opportunity for him there. Like hard to react to that when you expect the defender to clear it well. But yeah, no, I mean, City, if they can just find, like, if Doku can kind of, we had that one amazing game he had against.
It's just what Doku does, man. He has that one amazing game, and then he kind of just like.
Yeah. It was against Liverpool.
It was against
Liverpool.
The one against Liverpool was fantastic. Everyone's like, he's finally taking the next step. We just need to see this consistently, because when he's on it, he will rip someone to shreds.
Yeah.
And then he just wasn't on it. He hasn't been on it since. Like, I don't remember a big performance since then from him.
Honestly,
it's the same thing. Like, was it last year or the year before we had that ridiculous game against Bournemouth or someone, and then he just did nothing for a while after.
Yeah, it was Bournemouth. I'm looking at he didn't get anything. I just want to know when Rodri is back for City. That's what I was looking at right now.
It's been a month since he lost.
It's been a while, and I haven't really heard anything about how long he's been out. And again, if Rodri can come back, a little bit like his old self, Foden clicks, Doku clicks, Haaland is there, then you have a City team that's actually looking like a legit title team. I think that's what it's going to take.
Well, you predicted them to win the title, so...
Yeah, well, I guess I'm not off. It's not too far off. Yeah.
Hey, I will say, I think Tony and I predicted Liverpool, so you're closer than we are.
Yeah, Liverpool, man. Maybe they made a Champions League at this rate, the way it's going. But we'll see.
But on the lead side, there's been a lot of talk about Daniel Farke's job. Right. There was talk from like preseason where Leeds owners started, were like, we're like, maybe we just get rid of this guy.
They should have done, maybe, yeah.
So it was a good fight back in this one. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, for the first time in a while, looked really good when he came on.
Yeah.
And they win a penalty off Josko Gvardiol, who also scored for City, and Nemesha puts it away, and. It's heartbreaking for them that they lost it, but looking at the table, they're in 18th now. They're tied on points with West Ham. They're tied on goal difference with West Ham. They're just down their own goals scored. 2 goals scored less than West Ham. 1 point ahead of Burnley. Forest in 16th, just 1 point ahead of them. So there's a very clear bottom 5 that's developed. Well, there's a very clear bottom 1. Then there's 4 teams.
Yes.
and then there's the rest.
Yeah.
What do you think about Leeds' chances?
Man, their form. You look at losing 4 in a row. Burnley's losing 4 in a row. Wolves just losing every game. We hyped up these promoted teams, right? Like a few weeks ago, as in like, they're doing so well, right? They're really punching above their weight a little bit, and they belong in the league. And now we have Leeds and Burnley in the bottom 3. Again, super, super close. Like Forest and West Ham, like you said, they're right there. But Forest seems to be like, they're the one team that's with that quality squad they have that they're going to start pulling away from them.
Yeah.
West Ham, they're dog shit. They're not going to pull away. They're always going to be there. But
I mean, until their game this week, they had not lost in 3. They had 2 wins and a draw. So Nuno is getting a tune out of them.
But we're in danger of you see that gap, 6 points from let's say Fulham. You're like, okay, there's a gap here. Are these teams going to be able to keep up the pace? I still think they can. I still think Burnley and Leeds have shown that they've already got 3 wins apiece in the league. They can close that and kind of bring themselves closer, but. You mentioned that talk with Farke, about potentially being replaced before they got in the league, because they kind of knew that, this guy doesn't have a good track record in the Premier League, and maybe we need a kind of better manager there. You know what? Sometimes in hindsight, those moves should have been played, because they're starting to show why they would struggle under him in this league. So
that's the thing. Both them and Burnley, they don't get slapped quite so much. Like it's narrow losses. It's painful losses. Like Burnley as well this week. They were drawing that game against Brentford for a long time, and it ended up 3-1. Like Brentford popped in a couple at the end, but it's they need to start picking up some points because, like you said, they've got the exact same kind of run of form going. But let's move on. Crystal Palace 1, Man United 2. Palace's 12 match Premier League unbeaten streak at Sellers Park is done. They have to update their Twitter bio again. Their account tries to pull a lot of shenanigans on Twitter, and every time they do, someone puts them in their place. This one did not start off well for United. They were rubbish first off. Lenny Euro, who he's had a rough couple of weeks, honestly. Rough performance against Everton last time around. Rough performance in this one, giving up the penalty.
Stupid penalty giveaway. Stupid. You just let him.
No reason to make that challenge.
Exactly. It's so dumb.
I feel bad for the kid because he's 19?
He's about 19, yeah.
Too many people are putting a lot of pressure on him. And I don't know, he's 19. He's going to make mistakes. He has improved a lot since he first joined. But, we do need the rest of our center backs to get healthy so we can actually rotate him in and out a bit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Mazraoui start at right center back for a game or two before he leaves for AFCON. So we'll see how things go.
Maguire is still he's
still out.
Yeah. For a while. Okay.
I will say we did just have Lisandro Martinez come back for the first time. Played 5-10 at the end. But
that's good.
Yeah, Jean-Philippe Mateta. Go on.
Right, Mateta. Yeah, no, keep going.
Scores a penalty on the second time of asking because he double touched it in the first time. That's a new rule now.
What do you think about that rule? I don't like it. I'll be honest. I don't like it.
If the striker double touches and scores, why is he allowed to retake it? Oh, actually, I guess so. The rule is basically if you double touch and score, you have to retake. But if you double touch and miss, you don't retake.
No.
So I don't mind that because you do have to retake it if you score. But I don't know. Before the rule, I think, was just double touches, dead ball counts as a miss because you had the Alvarez one against Real Madrid in the Champions League.
Yeah, that he scored as automatic miss. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So I like that.
Yeah, I think the old one. Making it a retake kind of lines up with all the other penalty rules because if you think about it, whenever a goal is scored or missed, and whoever benefits from that gets the outcome that they wanted. So, if a keeper's off his line and he saves it, it's a retake because the keeper benefited from that. If it's a double whatever. So it kind of lines up with the other penalty rules. I don't know. I don't have that strong feelings about it one way or another.
It's not a crazy thing. I just feel like, if you double touch the ball as a player, that's your fault. You know what
also, how are you a professional footballer and manage to double touch a penalty?
I know.
Are you putting your foot down in front of the ball? What are you doing?
I'll be
sort yourself out.
I've never done that on a penalty. I don't think.
I don't know how you do that on a penalty.
It's wild that happens, and we see it because I feel like that's just really hard to do.
It'll feel either you put your foot so far forward in front of the ball that it feels unnatural to strike the ball from that angle, or you're somehow striking the ball into your standing foot at a very weird... I don't understand how he's managed to do it. But
hey, they went up 1-0, and then you know what? One thing I love to see is Mr. Mason Mount.
Money Mace.
In form, because honestly, he's a great player. He's a baller.
When he is fit, I really like him. The issue is always just his fitness. Yeah, every manager we've had since he's come in fucking adores him. Yeah. But it's just he's always injured. Because even this game, he's just coming back off another short injury.
Yeah.
So it's and the fact that he played 90 minutes, I'm like, oh boy, is he about to get
injured? Yeah, that's not happened with Mount this season.
He's always subbed off by 60, 70 minutes.
Yeah.
But really, quick thinking from Bruno Fernandes for both our goals, really.
Yeah, Bruno's good.
The little touch on the free kick for the second one, referee's blown his whistle. Dean Henderson's still setting up his wall.
Yeah, I know.
They just lay it off, and man sneaks it under that disorganized wall.
Yeah.
For the first one, I think Dean Henderson is just surprised that Joshua Zirkzee gets a really nice shot off.
Yeah, it's a weird angle, right, to score from.
Yeah.
Really weird.
He hits it really well.
Yeah.
Fair play to him. Again, it's a free kick. Bruno Fernandes spots Zirkzee, make a quick run, and takes it. Pops it over the top, and Zirkzee just squeezes it in from a tight angle. Like, it almost looked like Henderson was more worried about his near post where he had left a gap.
Right.
That he was surprised that Zirkzee's shot kind of bent around him into his far post. And good for Zirkzee, man. First goal in like a year.
Yeah, it's like that's
20 games or something since he last scored.
Yeah. He needed that.
You could see how much it was weighing on him because that game that we lost against Everton last Monday, all our chances fell to Zirkzee. All our chances fell to him, and he couldn't put a single one away.
The game against Everton, where he had two Everton teammates fight each other, one gets sent off, and United still lose to that team. Oh man, our predictions were way off for that one.
I was closer than most.
You were definitely closer, yeah. But that's a performance. And then Everton gets shellacked at home to freaking Newcastle this week, like 4-1.
Everton are maybe have we considered that Everton are just better with 10 than they are with 11?
Yeah, they should just start that.
Maybe they're like Chelsea. Maybe Chelsea would have gotten slapped if they had 11. Then going to 10 was good for them.
No, it's not. Remember, no, we were the better team with 11.
It could be.
No, but yeah, listen, United. Solid comeback, especially against Palace away from home, because that is one of the hardest places to go in the league, and they did it.
We have been, the last time we won at Selhurst Park was in, I think, the COVID lockdown in 2020.
Yeah, been a while.
Yeah, we had Timothy Fosu-Mensah starting that game.
That's
Anthony Martial scored.
Martial, that's the name. What's Martial doing nowadays? Is he playing in New York?
He's in Mexico, I think.
He's in Mexico. Wow.
Yeah, last I heard.
Wow. How far he's fallen. My goodness.
Another guy where like injuries just killed him.
Yeah. But listen, United are 3 points behind a Champions League spot at the moment, given the congested sort of top half of that table, and kind of bottom half too. But yeah, 7th place, like just right there, knocking on the door. It's it's gonna be interesting.
We're also 3 points above 14th, so it goes both ways.
That's what I mean. It's very congested. I know it's very congested. Go both ways. So this stretch of like 9 rounds or whatever that we're gonna go through the next month or so, is gonna be so big.
It's make or break. December is make or break for everyone's season.
Pretty much. We'll learn a lot in this short spell for sure. But yeah, congrats to United. Yeah.
On the flip side, Oliver Glasner was his post-game comments were woof if you're a Crystal Palace fan.
I didn't see it. No, what did he say?
He is not happy with the recruitment there. And it genuinely sounds like if they don't make signings in January, he could just up and leave. Because if you look at their summer, they sell Eze, they almost sell Gahey. They're like borderline about to sell Gahey. Gahey is going to leave at the end of the season, one way or another. And they haven't really lined up replacements.
No.
And they're now dealing with the schedule of having the Conference League as well, which I think you could really tell in this game because they lost in the Conference League 2-1. And
did they?
They fell off hard in the second half of this game. Like you could see, like United just had more energy than they did in the second half because they don't have a deep squad. Ismail Assar came off with an injury in this one, after 30 minutes. They're running out of guys, and the next month could be really tough for them if these injuries keep piling up.
Yeah, I remember him being pissed in the summer. I remember reading a story about him kind of being behind like Gahey not leaving, being like, if Gahey goes, I'm fucking done. I remember hearing a story about that, which kind of would make sense. You're losing all these good players and you're not reinvesting that money. Yeah, I mean, hey, if Slot gets sacked and Glasner's like, hey, right there, that's a replacement, right? There's a replacement for you if that happens. But
Slot has managed to stave off the sack for at least a week because Liverpool went away to West Ham and won 2-0 in a relatively comfortable game. Alexander Isak finally scored his first Premier League goal for Liverpool. That's a nice goal too. Really nice finish.
Yeah.
The highlight of this game for me though is Lucas Paquetá. I mean, in a week where we've seen a lot of stupid red cards, and I'm including Idrissa Gueye slapping Michael Keane last Monday.
The best one.
This one's up there. First of all, he doesn't even give away the initial foul.
It's not him. I know.
It's not him. Someone else fouls Liverpool player. Pretty clear standard foul.
Yeah.
He starts complaining, gets himself booked for dissent, and then just keeps going. There was genuinely a full minute of him being in the referee's face.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the referee was that patient with him.
Yeah.
Because I would assume, once he keeps going for, half a minute, I thought the ref was already going to send him off.
Right.
The other West Ham players do a terrible job
of pulling
him away.
They don't do anything. Yeah.
Bowen's around there. I think Fernandez is around there. No one does a good job of pulling him away. You can see he's clearly lost his head. And they just abandoned their duty, really. And Paquetá is still going off. Eventually, the referee pulls Bowen aside to have a word with him.
Mm-hmm.
And Paquetá fucking follows, and that's what eventually gets himself sent off.
Honestly, it's like...
check his Betfair accounts.
That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Accounts
is man, maybe he had money on himself getting a red card or a second yellow because
check everyone in his hometown. Check all their accounts too.
Check all the West Ham players too because they didn't stop him. They didn't stop him from going through. It's very suspicious is all I'm going to say because to just keep complaining with a nonchalant foul. I get it. You're frustrated as a footballer and he is very emotional guy. I get it, but to get it red like that,
he's one of the dumbest players I've ever seen.
Yeah, for sure. It could just be that he's a stupid guy, and that's what happens on the pitch. But anyways, they offered nothing besides a Bowen chance where they maybe could have equalized after the Isak goal, and then I think it was Gakpo who finished
right at the end. Yeah. Finishes it off. Interesting in this one was Slot's team selection. He finally listened to me and dropped Salah.
Yeah,
look at that, they won. Florian Wirtz started on. Wirtz started on the left wing.
He played well, Wirtz. I know he got no goals and assists to show for it, but he played well. He was involved.
It's something.
Yeah, something, right?
He played. Joe Gomez played at right back, and I thought he did a pretty solid job.
Yeah. It was Szoboszlai was on the right. That's what it was.
Oh, Szoboszlai on the right. Yeah, right. Yeah. No, continuing to not put his best player in his
best position. I know.
Szoboszlai has been their player of the season, and the guy
is so good. Yeah.
Keep him in midfield. Yeah. Let other people pick up the slack.
Yeah.
But it's a win. It moves them up to 8th in the table.
Same as you guys, I think.
One spot behind us on
goal difference, which is something you never would have bet on.
It's so funny. It's still so funny. It's. I'm not convinced.
It's West Ham. Yeah, it's West Ham.
Yeah. West Ham were in a decent run of form. Hadn't lost in 3 prior to this one.
Yeah.
But after they got ripped to shreds by PSV in midweek, it's going to take more than this to convince me that there's something there.
To convince everyone, you know what I mean? We'll see if they can put up a couple, a couple other results together. But you have Isak maybe finding. I know he's got 1 goal, maybe that's all you need to kind of find some goal scoring form.
Look,
And
Liverpool have a relatively comfortable run coming up. They play Sunderland at home, so Sunderland are much worse away from home than they are at Stadium of Light.
Still a tough match.
Then they go away to Leeds. So this is Liverpool's chance to string some wins together. Yeah. After that, they play away to Inter. Then they got Brighton, Spurs, Wolves. It's honestly not a bad run in the month of December for Liverpool. And it continues like even.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Like Tottenham, with the way they're playing, we'll get to Tottenham in a second. It's a pretty good run of fixtures over December and even into January. They get Leeds, then Fulham before they finally have to play Arsenal again. So this is Liverpool's chance to actually start putting something together, go on a bit of a run.
Let's see if Slock can figure it out. Yeah.
One team that looks like they will not be going on a run anytime soon is your friend of mine, Tottenham Hotspur.
our best friend to laugh at and point fingers at because
Tottenham. It's crazy. They finally go out there, they win a trophy. They beat my team in the final of a trophy, and everyone's still just piling in on them. It doesn't fucking matter, does it?
Honestly, them having the Europa League is like whatever at this point because they went against PSG midweek, and I think they were tied the game or were winning the game at some point 1-0, and then end up losing like 5-2 or 4-2. I forget the score. It was
5-3 in the end. Honestly, it was a much better performance than what they had against Arsenal last week, but it's hard to have a worse performance than that. But God bless them. In this game against Fulham, they tried their best to have a worse performance because that first half was absolutely diabolical. It's atrocious. I mean, look, credit to him. He seems to have finally moved away from that horrible Bentancur Paulinho double pivot.
Right.
But man,
it does not help when
doesn't matter.
Your goalie is doing some things on the side of the pitch and then giving the ball away. Wow, that was terrible. That was one of the most atrocious things I've seen.
I don't understand.
It was so bad for Vicario. What are you doing? Kick it out of bounds. You know what I mean?
Having the gall to yell at other players
and then
you do that as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
I pissed me off. That's 6 minutes into the game. They're already 1-0 down at this point because I think Kenny Tete has scored a deflected goal to kick things off 4 minutes in. Early, yeah. 6 minutes in, and your goalie is doing we've all played in games at whatever men's league level or any level where your goalie fucks up 5 minutes into the game and it just kills your team every time.
Big time.
And
so deflating.
Who the fuck is Vicario yelling at? How is he yelling at anyone? I mean, I get the one criticism I think you could really make of the Spurs defenders in that situation is if your goalie's fucked off to the touchline,
right,
maybe someone should go on the line.
Yes.
You're don't worry about playing offside right now. There's an empty net. You're around professional footballers. They can all hit an empty net from wherever on the field.
Oh, yeah. It's a great finish from...
Maybe someone should go on the line. Yeah. It was a lovely finish from Wilson.
Yeah.
It's just baffling.
Baffling. How are they so bad at home? I mean, they're so bad in general. How are they so bad at home? It's baffling to me. When Thomas Frank got hired, I think we were all in agreement. Man, you know what? This is a great hire, right? Mm-hmm. This is kind of a nice step forward for them after Ange, and it just doesn't seem there's been any progress with this squad. Really, it's just nothing. I don't get it.
Yeah, I really don't know what to make of Thomas Frank at this point. Spurs fans are starting to turn on him.
Oh, they have for a while. Yeah.
The atmosphere in that stadium is so toxic right now.
Yeah.
You could, everyone's at their fucking wits' end going into this game, and it got worse during this one. The body language of the players is a fucking mess now as well. Mm-hmm. They pulled one back in the second half through Kudus, who
yeah.
was one of their better players, has been one of their better players.
Yeah.
He's one of the few players where I'm like, if you get the ball, you can do something. Everyone else, I'm kind of just like, what was the lineup for this game? Like, looking at them, I'm like, okay, you got Colomwani up top. I know he's dealt with injuries, but hasn't done much since joining.
Nope.
Burval, didn't really notice him. Archie Gray played in this one, didn't really notice him. Richarlison is Richarlison. You know what you're getting with him. He might pop up with the occasional goal, but
right, yeah, like against Arsenal.
He's not winning any duels. Like, there was a bit at the end of this game where Pedro Porro was really pissed off.
He was. He was
raging about something, and Pedro Porro, who did not play well in this game. I'm like, why? Who are you pissed off with? Be pissed off at yourself, maybe. He strikes me as one of those players that thinks he is much better than he is, because he's constantly trying to put in these Hollywood, like David Beckham, Trent Alexander-Arnold style crosses, and he's not very good at those. He's good when he's like driving into the box and trying to like cut back from there, but I don't know, like the way he plays sucks.
He kind of like reminds me of like João Cancelo, but just like doesn't have the quality. He's like that. He wants to be that kind of player. Yeah. So honestly, Spurs, there's just bad vibes. There's bad vibes right
so
there.
Bad. I'm seeing the headline today in the Telegraph that Tottenham players have adopted a new convention where they gather together at the centre circle at the end of the first half and leave the pitch together. They feel it demonstrates their solidarity regardless of the atmosphere in the stadium. This is a group of players that feels like the entire fan base is against them.
Maybe
it's not good. Maybe win some games.
Yeah, maybe like try a bit better on the pitch. That will build some solidarity amongst everyone.
Do you think Frank survives the season?
No way.
The
players, when your players are not performing and they're like they just don't seem to care, you've done something wrong on the training pitch, man. Something's going on there. They don't respect them or something. I don't know what it is, but it's evident based on their play, and it's not going to last.
It's rough.
No way.
It's rough. Well, quickly, we got to briefly mention the Sunderland-Bournemouth game. This one finished 3-2 to Sunderland, who came back from 2-0 down. Just madness. Not the maddest of all was the Tyler Adams goal. That was from the center
stunning.
Circle.
That was stunning, man.
What a goal, man.
Because when
45 yards.
When he did that, because I'm like, what's he doing? What's he shooting? And I was like, oh, and it was just the perfect sort of lob to get under the keeper, under the bar and beyond the keeper.
That was
fantastic.
Phenomenal. I don't know, man. Sunderland at home, like that place is just
different
rocking.
Yeah,
it's just absolutely rocking. Because I think the winner was scored, 69th minute by Brian Brobby after Tyler Adams doubled up the lead 15 minutes in. The Sunderland signings have really just worked out. Bournemouth they've stumbled a fair bit of late. They're not that good away from home. They're another team that is very good at home. Feels like going away is getting harder and harder in the league, unless you're away at Tottenham. So
the one ground where you're going to flourish. Semenyo's kind of been a bit quiet too. Hey, no.
Semenyo was great in this game. He was fucking robbed in fantasy because other players.
That's what I mean. Like he's just like not doing it for fantasy guys, right? That's the problem. Yeah, maybe not his fault entirely. But hey,
we'll see. He might get a 65 million move in January.
Could happen.
There's a lot of talk going around. Liverpool are apparently sniffing about. Because they haven't spent enough money, apparently.
Need more attackers. Yeah. That'll solve the problems. That's what we look for.
Greedy. Elsewhere, MLS playoffs, the finals have been decided. Inter Miami made it through one side, which, kind of boring. Okay. It would be incredibly funny, though, if they lost to the Vancouver Whitecaps with Thomas Muller, baby.
Muller. I love about how much fun he seems to be having in Vancouver, and
I think he's already signed on for another year.
Yeah, he's that. He definitely is. Yeah, and I think it's their first MLS Cup final. I think could be wrong about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's going to be on Saturday. I don't know if we don't really talk about MLS that much because it's MLS. It's not much to talk about, but it's a nice matchup. I'd say it's a good storyline.
It is a fun matchup. I would love it if Thomas Muller in Vancouver got it done against Miami.
Yeah, for
just
sure.
because it feels like the league is so heavily weighted towards Miami.
I'm definitely I'm rooting for Vancouver. I love Muller, so I definitely would love to see them and their Canadian team.
He's one of those players that it's hard not to root for him. I find.
Unless you're Brazilian, probably you just don't.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So you told me that you have a hot take. You haven't given me any more.
I haven't got any more
clarity.
Okay, here's my hot take. All right, you can have a little discussion about it. Lamine Yamal, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is he overrated? This is my. I'll go with me. I'll go with me, and then we'll go with you, okay? And my reasoning, right, is ever since Messi, he got older. It's always like, okay, who's the next Messi? Who's taking this mantle? Whenever there's some young kid who has a good run of form, overhyped, that sort of thing. Don't get me wrong, Yamal is good. He's a phenomenal player, right? We've seen it young. I'm just wondering, is it too much? Is there an overhype about this guy that maybe we're just putting him up in this upper echelon of players? Maybe I'm just thinking he's had a good run. He's had a good run so far, right? But maybe we're just kind of going too far with this Lamal stuff.
So my counter to that would be because I don't watch Barcelona week to week, so maybe it's different. Yeah. I mostly watch them in the Champions League and obviously for Spain at major tournaments. And when you see the way players are defending him, they kind of do respect him as an elite level player. You see them doubling up. They'll be like, okay, we're going to rotate fouls on him. They basically use the hack-a-shack method to deal with him at times.
Right.
There is definitely a level of overhyping, but I do think that's happening with a lot of young players now. And maybe it's just the situation that we're in with players being introduced into the first team younger and younger and younger. You compare the amount of games that Yamal is playing at 18 to how much Messi was playing at 18, let's say.
More, yeah.
Messi was not playing nearly as much.
No.
He was a rotational player at that point.
He was.
And everyone knew he was ridiculously talented. There wasn't as much of a push for him, no, he has to start every game. You look at Ronaldo's first few years at United. First 2-3 years, rotational.
Same
thing. 17, 18, 19. But you're looking at it now, if a player is 18, 19, the calls are, no, you got to start him every single week. You got to start him every single week. We had that when Garnacho was breaking through at United. He broke through at 18, I think, because he's only 21-ish.
I know, he's still young right now, yeah.
Yeah. He's the youngest ever player to make 100, youngest ever South American player to make 100 Premier League appearances.
Okay.
Because people are pushing, he looks great off the bench, start him every week. And online, there is that sort of push for you're constantly looking for the next big, bright young star. Kylian Mbappe, how much has he played since the age of 18 when he broke through?
Played nonstop for 8 years. Yeah.
When Rooney broke through at 16, 17, it was the biggest surprise was it was so rare for that to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's become kind of commonplace. Everyone's got an 18-year-old that they want to start every week. We just talked about in the United section, we talked about Lenny Yoro, who is 19, is playing every single week. It probably shouldn't be.
No.
It's that I think the overhyping comes from a lot of that. You're just getting so much more exposure as a young player. I do think he is one of the most talented players out there. Like, and you can see it in the way teams defend him. You can see it in the way, like, I remember that semifinal that Barcelona played against Inter, and the way
he was phenomenal.
Inter were double, triple teaming, like lining everyone up on the other. You got Rafinha on the other side, who's having an unreal season. They're like, we need to shift all resources to this side if Lamine has the ball.
So here's my question, though, right? Because basically, reason I'm asking this is because, like, I'm hearing from even people I was watching, say, a Chelsea game with, Lamine Yamal's the best player in the world. Yamal's the best player in the world. That's what I'm hearing. I'm just like,
he's not the best player.
I'm just like, settle down, boys. Settle down. Best player in the world. I get it. He's a great talent. That's where I'm like, wait. That's where I'm like, overhyped. That's what we have. Okay,
that is the machine working as the social media machine working as it does. It works in superlatives, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you want to take a clip out of this podcast and post it online, it won't be me talking about, I thought this game was all right. This game has to be either amazing or shit. In the middle does not get you clicks. It does not get you views. It does not influence people.
Right.
Highs and lows do. This is now turned into a commentary on social media in the 21st century.
But like,
I would like to bring it back to something a little bit more nonsensical real quick before we run out of time. This has to do with West Bromwich Albion, who are in the League One right now, I believe. So West Brom have, and this is, you'll love this, Tommy, it's more Falcon news.
Oh my God.
West Brom have a peregrine falcon that nests in their stadium. The reason they have it is because they have a pigeon problem. And the falcon just hunts pigeons. Now, the issue is the falcon delayed a game by dropping the carcass of a half-eaten pigeon onto the pitch. I forget who they were playing against in this game, but the dropping the falcon on the pitch actually caused a delay a game because they had to get someone with gloves to come out and remove the half-eaten bird.
Yeah. No way.
So it gave enough of a break for, I forget who the opposing team was because this happened about a month ago.
Okay.
They had enough time to and the coach said after the game the break and play allowed us to assess the situation and make a sub. They subbed on Andreas Weidman, who you might remember briefly.
Very much remember Weidman. Yeah.
Weidman scored the winning goal in this game after coming on as a sub due to this Falcon pigeon guts stoppage. To make matters even worse, the bit on the pitch was not the only thing the Falcon dropped. The Falcon also dropped some pigeon guts all over some home fans.
Ooh,
so
okay, gross.
This is a horrible day out. Horrible day out. Birds of prey at football stadiums not having the best year.
No, but I just love that there's this continuation, even if it's indirectly, to the Falconeer, but there's a Falcon story somewhere.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Can they bring in Juan Bernabe? Can they bring in?
Yeah, because his Falcon wouldn't drop pigeon guts, right? They're clean. He's pro.
Got an eagle. It's a different bird. It might be better.
Yeah.
That's just my update. If Juan Bernabe is out there and looking for a job, maybe West Brom will relocate their peregrine falcon, and his eagle can. I don't know how to work his penis pump into this story, but
no, please don't. We're just gonna have to scour.
Do you think, Tommy?
Yeah,
do you think? I don't know if I should say this. Do you think he could pump it up and then the eagle could land on it?
I mean, I'm sure he's probably already done that. Yeah, that's the thing.
That's why he needed the surgery in the first place.
Maybe so. Yeah,
Got the eagle to land on it was like bad idea. I'm gonna need to get that fixed.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to scour the football world every week for some obscure Eagle Falcon stories from
Yeah,
different leagues
this
and
is a Birds of Prey
stadiums.
podcast
Yeah,
now.
there'll be a tidbit for that. We'll have to
Yeah.
find that. Yeah.
Um,
Okay, funny story.
Real
Nice.
quick, before we head off, the World Cup group draw is this week.
Mm-hmm.
Canada are in pot one, so we avoid a lot of the big hitters. But at the same time, everyone in the other pots is going to hope to get us out of pot one because we're probably
For sure.
rankings wise the weakest team there. I saw some
Yeah.
people online being offended by this. I was just like,
No, come on.
you need to understand. People have seen Mexico get to the second round of the World Cup. They've seen the US get to the second round of the World Cup. They've never seen us make it out of the group. You're not going to get respected until you fucking earn it at this level.
I mean, to be fair, they're probably other teams are probably wanting Mexico as much as they want Canada as well too, because Mexico's been pretty pissed poor as of late.
I think Mexico have so much goodwill in the football world that they still get a lot of respect.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying. I'm just saying their current team is actually not great.
No, it's not very good. But I don't know. Do you have the pots open with you? Are there any specific teams
right now?
What do you want out of them? Now, keep in mind we can't draw any of the other North American teams.
So you're saying who do I want Canada to face from their three pots? That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, from pot 2, like
Australia or maybe Iran,
even Austria, like they don't have.
Austria would not be too bad of a draw from pot 2 because then that means you're not getting Norway in pot 3.
Yeah, you want to avoid Norway, and then for pot 3, obviously it gets a bit easier because you can get like someone like Uzbekistan or Qatar, Panama. I guess you can't really get Panama, can you? Because they're the same.
No, we can't have Panama. We can't get Haiti in pot 4 either.
Yeah. So again, when it comes to pot 4, you just don't want any of those European sides that maybe can go in there. But from what I've read, is because, for example, you can get like an Italy in pot 4, or they can win their playoff, but their ranking is higher than some of the other teams. So would they get shifted to a different pot after the draw? It's just for sure pot 4?
Yeah. Okay. You're going through a qualifier, you're ending up in pot 4. So you really want to avoid the European teams in pot 4.
Yeah, because
that's how the group of death is going to come around.
We're going to have a group of death. You're going to have some quality European sides in that pot 4.
Well, it's like you could have Italy, you could have Sweden, you could have Poland, Denmark, you could have Turkey, you could have Poland.
Yeah, maybe.
Group of life then.
Group of life. Yeah, you're right. Poland gives points in the World Cup. Yeah. So yeah, again, we could have a really, really fun group thrown in there. But when you have so many teams, you finish third, you're maybe still getting through, right?
Yeah.
So it's not.
What's the worst possible group you could build for Canada out of this?
100%. I would hate to have Croatia in the group. I know they're older, whatever, but they did get it done. They get shit done in this. Croatia or like a Colombia. I
was going to be like crazy. Colombia or Uruguay would be fucking horrible.
You'd hate that. And then of course Norway. Nobody wants Norway.
No one wants Norway. I don't need Erling Haaland running at us.
Yeah, they're going to be one of the most fun teams to watch the World Cup.
I mean, I think genuinely one of the worst groups you could get was like you get one of Uruguay and Colombia, you get Norway, and then you get a European team out of pot 4. Like you get an Italy or Sweden.
That'd be absolutely brutal. Has to be brutal, Canada. Yeah.
Or even if you get Ghana out of pot 4, that would be rough. I didn't realize they were down there.
Yeah,
Ghana out of pot 4 there's going to be some fun groups out of this.
Oh yeah, I mean, I forgot the draw was this week, so I'm excited to check that out for sure. That'll be always fun to see a World or a Euro draw or whatever that is happen, especially now we have this going on. But okay, can't wait.
Well, with that, I think that's everything we had to cover. For more of this, follow us on all socials at 44Duke. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. As always, thank you for joining me, Tommy.
Yeah, nice little chat we had here.
Yeah. And I hope Tony will be back to answer for Arsenal's
That's
crimes
right.
next week. We'll see all of you next week. Bye-bye.